Guys, good morning to you all. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. I'm still going to wish us happy democracy day, even though there is nothing democratic about our democracy. But let me just try my best to say happy democracy. So how are we guys spending our holidays? Before now, there's been planned protest on June 12th. That we even saw someone like Sanwo-Olu said, what are the people? I heard that the people want to protest June 12th. What are they protesting about? Anyways, he still needs to come out today, to see and know why the people felt like coming out to protest. As I talk to you now, Lagos early this morning, the people have come out with massive security as usual, because they use here say Nigerians won't get peaceful protests, with the police coming out as usual, to do the usual stuff they do. But people no care, they still came out though. So I'm just here to show you the first-hand video of the protest, June 12th protest in Lagos. Now, for someone that was asking what's the reason to protest, more reason plenty. People they hungry. Nigerian democracy no be democracy at all. As even they talk to you self, even the usual march that is supposed to happen today and the address by President Tinubu, it don't they cancelled. It's been cancelled according to reports going around, being carried by some of the media outlets. So there's enough reason, for people to want to come out to protest. Now, I'm going to show us the first-hand video of that. But before I get to do that, let me first of all show us this video where, Peter Obi has actually come out to condemn, the renovation of the International Conference Center, the amount of money used to renovate the center, where that money can actually be put into something else. I know say a lot of people will come for Peter Obi, including the Wike himself, but all the same, now truth in talk.
Have maintained that when we have a place that is not safe for Nigerians to travel to, then Nigeria is not safe. We must be able to travel everywhere in Nigeria, and that is what all of us should work ideally. Everybody has spoken here, has spoken about benevolence. I don't think that is the case. We have children in school. We need to invest in them. Education is not an expense. It's an investment for a better society. And if we believe in a better society, we must invest in them. So for me, while everybody was talking and listening this morning and since yesterday when we were planning this, people don't know how I feel. We live in a country where we, the politicians, spend billions traveling all over the world, partying, renovating houses with billions. We've just finished renovating a conference center with that 9 billion naira. When our children in school don't have lab, they don't have computer, their classrooms are leaking, they don't have water, they don't have library. Which society is this? That alone can buy 1,000 laptops. And if we give it to the school on average of 10 pieces each, look at the number of schools that will be able to receive that. What conference are we having? The ones we have had in the past, have we utilized it? So it's time to prioritize what is critical in our development. Which number one is education? It's time to prioritize the health of the people. Prioritize pulling people out of poverty. Prioritize their safety.
Like I said, I know the Ronos, the Wike supporters, and the Agbadorians will definitely come for Peter Obi. But the truth is that he has said what he said. And I said what I said even when I talked about it yesterday, I think so. Because it makes no sense to me that, yes, we are spending that kind of amount of money to renovate a conference center. And I asked the question, how much will it then cost to build a new conference center? It is good, like I said yesterday, that in Newsom Wike said, oh yes, you have to pay money if you want to use it for your event. It's good because it's going to generate us money. But the question is, that amount of money that was used to spend that renovate that conference center, now waiting on a normal, any sensible leader go use renovate that conference center. Let's tell ourselves the truth. That conference center renovation is supposed to reach 39 billion naira. Is this supposed to eat up to 39 billion naira? That's a question I'm asking. So if we're going by that, okay, it is okay renovating with 39 billion naira, that's exactly what it would cost, then it means starting from the scratch, laying the foundation and everything should cost triple the amount used to renovate this international conference center. Now, isn't that stupidity? Secondly, again, for a country with so many challenges, the conference center, not be saying that the first time we did renovate them. It is not the first time. With all the challenges we have, should this be a top priority? Because I know say as it did so, they go still use that conference center for anything they want use and do, even as it did before. They go still use them. So my question is, with all these challenges that we get when they confront us, should this be a top priority? So what Peter Obi said, there's sense in it. And so many other Nigerians, 1 million Nigerians saw sense in what he said, and they said the same thing even before he said it. Now the problem would they get be this. Misplaced priorities. And then they even finish calling man. Go to even the FCT here. Shebi since January, teachers are on strike. In FCT, as we read, we saw them protesting. FCT. We saw them protesting. And since then, they've been on strike. Nobody has come out to address the matter. Nothing. They don't even care at all. We have pupils sitting at home. They don't care. But there was money to go renovate. Yet, no money to meet the cry of those teachers. You still see schools. Shebi na Wike here where they thought they renovate schools. Now in a group tell and say bring proof that you renovated schools within the Federal Capital Territory. And when I was going through social media space, a lot of persons within the Federal Capital Territory say, there was no such thing as renovation in my own area. So this one, no be foolishness as they speak. Alex Oti is doing well today because he even said it himself. He is prioritizing things. Which ones comes first? Shebi then see that they drag and say they work from house. Now he asks the question, how can you, does it make any sense that you will go and use billions of naira, as they told him, to renovate, to complete the government house? Leaving other things that the state is crying for. At the federal level, they no fit do that one. They go do one small thing, they go dance one nonsense dance, so they dance, that they may look on dance, can't rename the project. And they expect 1 million Nigerians to applaud them. I know they will soon come for Peter Obi. So at the wait, make them come for. The likes of Reno, Boal and the rest, let them come for. So that Nigerians will come for them. That's what I want. Thank you so much. Please do leave your opinion in the comment section. Now, back to the Democracy Day celebration. I am going to just show you the video. Aside from the video, people protesting physically, so many individuals, Daily Momodu, some group, some political parties, the PDP, the SDP, and other group have also come out, to talk about the Democracy Day as being carried out by some of the media outlets. I'm going to show you the protest, and also, get to read out, part of what has been reported by some media outlets, people reacting, group reacting to the Democracy Day.
Niger Bridge. The June 12th democracy protest. The message is there, life and clear. End bad governance, end hunger, end insecurity. 2 years of Tinubu's regime, 2 years of hunger, poverty, joblessness. The message is there behind me. That's the message. Enough is enough of suffering and hunger. Nigerians have come out again, June 12th Democracy Day, to say end hunger, end poverty. The end bad governance movement. I've gathered life here in Ikeja.
Now, according to Vanguard, it says here, as Nigerians celebrate 32 years after the annulment of the June 12, 1993 presidential election won by Chief Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola, mixed reactions greeted the state of democratic governance in the country yesterday. However, the President Bola Tinubu-led administration has been in the eye of the storm over issues such as worsening insecurity, harsh economic reforms, the use of cybercrime acts to intimidate and bully Nigerians, and the decline in the country's democracy. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, Social Democratic Party, SDP, Conference of Nigerian Political Parties, CMPP, Coalition of United Political Parties, CUPP, the Pan-Yoruba Socio-Political Organization, Afenifere, Ohaneze Ndigbo, Arewa Consultative Forum, ACF, yesterday dissected the state of the democracy under the current administration. They raised dust over the country's democratic institution, including allegations of executive overreach, judicial interference, and marginalization of local governance structure, concluding that democracy in Nigeria was endangered. Democracy declining under APC, says PDP. The PDP raised alarm over what he described as steady decline in Nigeria's democracy under the leadership of President Tinubu and the All Progressive Congress APC. The party's National Publicity Secretary, Mr. Debo Ologunagba, expressed concerns over the authoritarian tendencies of the current administration. He said, "Are we practicing democracy now? Is this democracy cronyism or individualism? We will issue a statement. Don't worry about that." Democratic ideals not yet entrenched, ACF. Similarly, the National Publicity Secretary of Arewa Consultative Forum, ACF, Professor Tuko Muhammad Baba, said principles of democracy had continued to decline. Muhammad Baba, in a chat with Vanguard, said the ACF welcomes the anniversary but regrets that Nigeria does not seem to be on its trajectory towards the entrenchment of democratic ideals as June 12 should have dictated. Systematically, those principles of democracy such as free and fair election, robust representation, checks and balances among the various branches of government, legislative independence and oversight, robust independent judiciary and accountability have all been observed more in the breach than in compliance. This decline has been on the ground since 1999 but has worsened over the last 4 and particularly over the last 2 years. On its part, Pan-Yoruba Socio-Political Organization Afenifere said the country's democracy remains work in progress. Also, the Epes Igbo Socio-Cultural Group Ohaneze Ndigbo said democracy in Nigeria has performed below the expectations, saying no conscious efforts had been made by the political elites to strengthen it. The National Publicity Secretary of the group, Dr. Ezechi Chukwu, said Nigeria's democracy is in a cul-de-sac as a result of lack of conscious effort by successive governments and political elites to strengthen our institutions and depersonalize our political system. Delivering a damning verdict, former presidential aspirant on the platform of the PDP, Dele Momodu, who expressed concern over the current state of Nigeria's democracy, warned that the country is sliding into what he described as civilian dictatorship. Similarly, the pioneer national chairman of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, ABGA, Chekwaz Okore, said Nigeria's democracy is comatose. Okore said the state of Nigeria's democracy is at best comatose. The bitter truth is that the overwhelming majority of Nigerians have lost confidence in the basic institutions upon which our democracy rests. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) is constitutionally empowered to manage the country's democratic process and cannot be trusted based on the disappointing outcomes of its previous performance as a highly compromised institution. The judiciary, which is expected to deliver substantial justice to aggrieved petitioners who were flagrantly shortchanged by the Electoral Commission, turned out to be a colossal disappointment. Justice was available only to the highest bidder. Now, you can storm Vanguard for further reading on this. So many group and individuals reacting to what the Nigerian democracy is like today. Now, let's return to the video. I love the fact, that Nigerians lived up to, what they said, coming out to protest June 12th. Now, I'm going to bring you more video on this. Hopefully, we'll get to see more of the protests, in other states in the Federation. So, as it drops, I get to, update you more on this. Now, talking about this democracy, I still remember the words of His Excellency Peter Obi, where he said that democracy in Nigeria has collapsed. People no longer have freedom of speech. People can no longer say anything. And I remember, how Bayo Onadoga actually came for him and said, that Peter Obi is lying. If Peter Obi is saying that people no longer have freedom of speech in democracy, if it's true what he said, then he won't be here saying, talking about, the democracy and how it has collapsed. Well, the truth remains that democracy in Nigeria, has failed. Then they try, they patch them up since they carry on the table, they shake. Then it got to the Tinubu's administration, he decided, to break the table. So it has definitely collapsed. Now, if you look at all the things, we are seeing, especially the intimidation and this kind of suppression, we citizens are receiving, you will get to know that, okay, it is not what it is. Going by the definition of the democracy, it is not what it is. You can imagine where it has gotten to the level where, it's being alleged that a certain governor will demolish people's houses, opposition houses, just to be able to draw them, to threaten them to move to the APC. Now, you can imagine a democracy where it is being alleged, not even alleged, the governor said it himself, where the governor will say, either join me to move to the party I'm moving to, or you resign. And then because the video went viral of you making threats, you have to go as far as even, sacking the journalist. That's how messed up it is. See, it has degenerated to that point. So democracy for Nigeria no day again. In no day, it don't collapse. In fact, the words of Uncle Dele Momodu say, we are slipping into civilian dictatorship in his recent interview. That's what we are seeing. That's what we are seeing. It's as if now, some people will tell you that even the Abacha Tinubu now is becoming worse than the Abacha's regime, for those who knew exactly what the Abacha regime was like. You talk, they come after you. You can imagine today, where because they don't hear and say Nigerians won't protest. The next thing, see police everywhere. See police everywhere. Police wey suppose they fight kidnappers, they look for them. See the way they gather today. The very moment they hear that there's a protest, they stormed out in their numbers. It has gotten to that point where that's what they use. I will not also be surprised that before the end of today, you will hear that they use tear gas on innocent protesters. I won't be surprised. My eyes is moving around. I won't be surprised if I get to see that. Because that's how disappointing these leaders have become. That's how, they have decided to destroy whatever it is we hold that we've been calling democracy. Now Tinubu own, now in the things scatter pata. You will come and see them still coming out to tell you that in the last 2 years it has been the best. That's the song Shegu Showumi is singing now. How Tinubu's 2 years has been the best. How Tinubu's brain is even smarter and sharper than that of Atiku. What's his name? Peter Obi put together. This individual should go and learn what coalition is from Tinubu. That's how it is now. We don't have it though. We don't have it. There are a lot of things you can itemize that will, you know, buttress the point that democracy in Nigeria has collapsed. Just simple protests like this, you don't see them. Just simple talk like this, say you call out the leaders of the day. The next thing, they will have their eyes searching. That's the only thing they have power for on social media space, including the Nigerian police force, looking for people who are criticizing the government. You see how it don't reach the point where we say even institutions, they even fight individuals where they call out the government. Example, the case of Uncle Pat Utomi and the DSS. That's how bad it is. I don't even want to drag much on this. In fact, before I could even say happy Democracy Day, my mouth full. I didn't even want to say it, because if you look at our democracy, it saddens your heart. It saddens your heart. And instead of these people to make efforts to bring it back, you know, to say, we're on the right track, or let's do what is right. No, they are just sinking deep into whatever it is they are moving us into, except to rise up to take this nation back. Now, so it will continue. In fact, it will get worse. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave your opinion in the comment section. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Drop your opinion about what you think about Nigerian democracy in the comment section. Thank you. Do enjoy the rest of your day, and see you guys in my other video.